Thank you all for joining us again. Our student athletes this evening will be Drew White and Ian Book. Drew will be up first, so if you have a question for Drew, just use the raised hand function. And here's Drew. Hey, Drew, you ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right, your first question is going to be from John Fineran.
Hi, Drew. Was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about the preparations for Sam Howell and North Carolina and how you guys thought you did, and what was the attitude after Kyle left the game?
Sure. Yeah, definitely leading into the week, digesting the film. We saw that obviously they were an elite offense. They were scoring all over film, all over a bunch of teams. And so that just motivated our group as a unit to come into the game and just reinforce that we believe we're the best defense in the country. And we came out, not the way we wanted, but man, I thought we bounced back great. We came out of the second half after we got the message across to all the guys that, hey, listen, like we need to step up. This isn't our standard of football. And we did. Came out the second half, guns blazing, and was able to pitch a shutout. So, so much respect to their offense, to their quarterback, Sam Howell. They got a great system, a great offense. I look forward to seeing them in the future.
All right, your next question will be from Patrick Engel.
Hey, Drew, what was the mood on the sideline after those early scores?
Yeah, the mood on the sideline was to just analyze and get the coaching points and tell, just have juice and good mood on the sideline. Communication, making sure we're getting the right adjustments. You can't just come to the sideline and be mad. I mean, that's not going to help anybody. It's not going to help yourself. It's not going to help the team. So it was, Coach Kelly called it laser focus. We got back on the sideline, making adjustments, and that's what we're doing on the sideline.
Your next question will be from Eric Hansen.
Drew, I believe Clark's up in the booth for these games, but what's he like during the games in terms of in-game adjustments, your confidence in him as a coordinator to help you guys maximize your talent?
Sure. I have the, utmost respect and trust in Coach Lee. All the guys do. I think everyone in this program really does, has respect and trust for Coach Lee. So, when we get adjustments and, notes, comments on coming down from the box, and Coach O'Leary, giving us or just relaying the information, and then also halftime, which obviously I thought we made great adjustments during our halftime. So that's all credit to Coach Lee.
Next question will be from George Bashura.
Hey, Drew, great game. Congratulations on the game ball. So going out there and the defense doing what it is, and as you're just saying, there was a little bit of a going back and forth, feeling out the Tar Heels offense. When you buckle down and you build momentum, what's the feeling and what's the discussion on the sidelines? And two, on a fun side note, who gets the big turkey leg tomorrow?
Well, to answer your last question, I think a bunch of big turkey legs will be handed out to the O-line because I know those guys love to eat. So I'm excited to see them tear it down tomorrow. But we really, as a defensive unit, see momentum as a myth. A lot of, I'm sure people will argue that point. But after each drive, we go back to the sideline and we make corrections. However many that will be, and our focus is on to the next drive. I mean, there's not too much. After we make the corrections and the review that we need, after that, I'm not thinking about the play that I missed in the first quarter. Like, that's out of my memory, and I'm moving on to the next series. So it's almost like the opposite of momentum. It's just focusing in on the next drive because that's all that really matters.
All right, Drew, your last question will be from Pete Sampson.
Drew, I was curious if you could sort of summarize the significance of having guys like Houston Griffith, DJ Brown, Maris Leaf out tonight in particular, really kind of take steps forward to give you guys some more depth, some more flexibility in the defense. Like how important is that for the last few games?
Sure. I've said in previous interviews that I think we have the best linebacker depth in the country, and I think that showed with Maris stepping up tonight or today and having an awesome game. I also think that comment should be expanded to even the secondary because Houston coming in for us did a great job of locking down the secondary. And that's just how the defensive unit is. It's more than just 11 guys. It's all of the guys on the team, all the guys on defense, locked in the meeting rooms, locked in practice. So whenever a guy goes down, all 10 other guys have the utmost respect and trust in the guy filling in. So I'm just super proud of the way Houston and Maris, and then Clarence, as a freshman coming in and making a bunch of big plays. It was awesome to see.
All right. Thanks, Drew. You're all set.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. Ian Book will be joining us in just a moment. We only have time for a couple of questions. So if you have a question for Ian, please raise your hand. Hey, Ian, you ready to go?
Ready.
All right. Your first question is going to be from Eric Hansen.
All right.
Ian, what was kind of the mentality and with the offense and with you when it was kind of looked like it was going to be a track meet there early in the game? And also, what went through the offense's mind when Kyle Hamilton went out of the game?
Yeah. First part was just never give up. I mean, we know that they have a really good offense and they were going to put points up, and it felt like it was going to be a shootout in the beginning, and we came in at halftime and just believe in what we're doing and keep doing what we're doing and focus one play at a time was the message. And our defense did an unbelievable job in the second half and gave us a lot of opportunities, and we were able to capitalize on it. And then obviously with Kyle, it's tough, obviously, and he's such a good player, and it just shows you the next man in mentality again when Houston steps in and just does an unbelievable job.
Next question will be from John Finneran.
Ian, those two underhanded passes that you made today, they're kind of like Thanksgiving Day plays made when people gather for Thanksgiving. Where do you come up with plays like that? And can you ever recall doing that in a game?
I have done it in high school, yes. I actually remember doing it in our section championship game when I was a sophomore in high school. But I just got out of the pocket, felt like I couldn't really turn my shoulders, and I knew Mike was going to make a play, and I also knew Ben could catch one of those little flips, and it worked out. They're obviously risky, and I don't want to do it too much, but again, I'm just trying to fight to get that first down, fight to get the ball in the playmaker's hands, and I knew Mike would come down with it. So it kind of just happens. Definitely not thinking about doing it. It just kind of happens.
Next question will be from Mark Skol.
Hey, Ian, after the game, Brian Kelly said he read an article in the USA Today, and he said that that article didn't have you in the top 10 quarterbacks in the country. I'm just curious, did Coach Kelly ever bring that up to you? And when you hear stuff like that, what goes through your head? Why do you think people disrespect you when you win a lot of football games?
No, he didn't show me. I actually talked about it with Coach Reese, though. Just let it fuel the fire. Chip on my shoulder. Had a chip on my shoulder in high school. In the recruiting process, got a chip on my shoulder here. Look, I don't know who's writing those. So have they played football or not? I'm not sure. It's just part of it. There's a ton of articles out there that say a lot of bad things about Notre Dame. But again, it doesn't really matter who's ranking at the end of the day. I'm having fun out here playing college football. It's a dream come true. I feel fortunate to be here. We're 9-0, so I got nothing for whoever wrote that, but it's motivating. So shoot, I think I'm, top 10 and want to be, and want to compete every day to be like that. So at the end of the day, it just fuels the fire.
Your next question will be from Andrew Mentock.
I know this isn't your side of the ball, but the Notre Dame defensive line had 5 sacks today. Can you talk a little bit about, as a quarterback, how difficult that makes your day when the front four is generating such a significant pass rush?
Very difficult. They're doing an unbelievable job this year. I mean, I get to face them every day in practice, and I see it, and I see the potential that group has, and they showed that tonight. And guys stepped up and made plays, and it's a scary D line. So I feel for the other quarterbacks, but they do an unbelievable job of putting teams behind the chains and giving the offense an opportunity.
All right, your last question will be from Austin Hough.
Ian, take us through that touchdown pass to Kyron, low snap, kind of ran around for your life there, and then still found him there for that touchdown. So kind of take us through that play there.
Yeah, it was a low snap, hit the ground. So I lost where my eyes were. I wanted to be looking to the field over to the left a little bit, grabbed it. And I knew Kyron was protecting to the right. So I didn't think he was going to get out, but he did an unbelievable job, and he did get out. And I just kind of flipped my hips and ran that way. And I just know our guys are going to keep fighting no matter what. I scramble and try to make as many plays as I can. And I just trust these guys to be in the right spot. And that was another example of that. And Kyron did an unbelievable job.
All right, that's all the time we have. Thanks, Ian.